Hi. This message is to all of you out there in the world who cares to watch this video, that if you choose alcohol over anything else and you keep making the excuse that you have control of yourself, you're wrong. You don't. This quick little story is going to demonstrate to you how much I've lost because of my use of alcohol. I've been married twice, and I have a fiance. Alcohol wasn't much of an issue in my first marriage. I was a philanderer, cheated a lot, but I was a good father. By the time I realized my mistakes, it was too late. She was already ready to move on. My second wife, I wasn't a philanderer, and I was a great father. I was an excellent provider. I had a beautiful daughter with her, and we raised up her daughter as well from her previous marriage. And I had my sons from my first marriage. We were all one family. Alcohol wasn't as much of a factor in my 15-year relationship with her, or 15-year marriage. But when it was, when there was alcohol involved, there was always problems, always fights, always arguments, things that get broke. So, but she was a very controlling person, and she didn't really let me drink. She was always keeping tabs on me and just constantly on top of me all the time. And I guess now that I think about it, I guess I needed that type of thing. I was an abused child. I was taken away from my real mother for abuse, stuck in the foster system, then adopted by a family who mentally, physically, and sexually abused me for over 10 years. Left home, lived in the ghetto from age 15 to 17, and joined the Army at 17, came out, went to school, worked various jobs, then started a business, and that business was very successful. So I am a rags to riches story. I went from nothing and being a torn child to making something for myself. Not only was I not a violent person, that I didn't take out any of those same things on my kids that happened to me or my spouses or anybody I was ever with. The only problems I've ever really had in my life are alcohol. And I've been a procrastinator. But the thing is that this whole video is about my fiance. I want to plead to her how much I love her. I realize in the last 2.5, almost 3 years since I left my second wife, what an idiot I've been. She's not the type of person that feels like she needs to control me. She says, you do you, I'm going to do me. You know, I drink, and when I drink, I don't get stupid. Well, the fact is that her and I have been through quite a few problems. The difference between her and me is that she learns from her mistakes. I haven't. You know, she'll be the first one to tell you sorry, and then she won't do it again. Me, you know, I don't even know what's wrong with me. I mean, I've lost 4 vehicles because of my, you know, idiocy with drinking. I have been pulled over. I've gotten a DUI. I got caught driving on suspended license. You know, I was just recently stopped at a checkpoint, and I lost a car that we just spent $1,350 on. I mean, you know, I've just completely made an idiot of myself. You know, just this last weekend, her and I got into an argument. We had been drinking. Our night was wonderful. The whole night, we got along great. We didn't fight. We didn't have any issues. But at the end of the night, she wanted to go home, and I was cool with that because we were at her parents'. But then she realized, no, we've been drinking too much, let's not go. And I thought, oh, I'm sober enough, I can drive. And she's like, no, let's stay here. And I'm like, well, I want to go home. And she's like, no, we're going to stay here. And I got mad, and I slammed the backpack down, and I cracked the laptop that was inside of it. I wasn't thinking about it at the time, because when I get mad, I don't think about anything, like an idiot. Inside was my daughter's laptop that I bought for her, my stepdaughters, her daughters, and I cracked the screen on it. I mean, I've done so many stupid things. But the reason I'm doing this video is because I want the world to know that I'm very shameful for what I've done and what idiotic things that I've done to myself and done to them. But this video is to say I'm sorry. I'm a good man in every other way. When I'm sober, you know, I don't have these kind of problems. I'm a good worker. You know, I know how to fix anything. I mean, I'm very mechanically inclined. I'm very financially endowed, or not endowed, that's kind of a silly thing to say, I'm broke right now. But I mean, I know how to make money even when there's no way to make any. I've always been good, and I don't mean doing anything illegal. I'm a great cook, a good house cleaner, housekeeper. I'm very loving and romantic with my woman. She'll be the first one to tell you. But when I drink, and not always, but there are times when something will happen and I'll get upset and I'll go off the handle and start breaking things. I mean, I'm not a physical person. I don't beat up on anybody unless it's some idiot guy in a bar, then, that's a different story. But I'll break things. I'll just pick something up and smash it. That goes back to my childhood of being abused and oppressed and not ever being able to fight back. Now, I'm not trying to make an excuse for that, but I know that's what my problem is. But the main thing is that none of those things ever happen unless I'm drinking. So if any of you can learn anything from this video, then take my words for it. I'm in my mid-40s, and I have to start all over again because I made a lot of decisions that cost me a lot of money, and those decisions were alcohol involved. And now I face losing the woman that I love more than any woman I've ever loved in my life. She's an absolute doll. Her and I've had our share of problems, but like I said, she always tries her best to work it out with me. I always try my best to work it out with her, and we come to a wonderful, happy conclusion. The only problem that I have is alcohol, and I really, really want to apologize to her from the bottom of my heart for that. I swear, when I say I swear, I mean I swear. I walked away from drugs in the 90s, in the early 90s and late 80s, and I never went back. I mean, I dabbled around a little bit here and there, but I walked away from it, and I never even craved it again. And I know I can do that with alcohol. And you don't have to control me. So my whole goal here is to plead to you how much I love you and to tell you that I am deeply sorry and I will do anything to fix the problem. The number one thing I'm doing is fixing myself, and that's done with alcohol. Please, anybody that has a question or comment, please put it down here at the bottom. I'm blanking my face out only because, I don't want to ruin any opportunities that I have to move forward in my life. I would love more than anything to show my face so that I could, show the sincerity of this video. But anybody who recognizes my voice is going to know who I am. And this video will be out there for the world to see. So anyway, I plead with you, baby. I love you. Please, please, everyone out there, please pray for us. It's going to be a tough thing for her to take me back. But the alcohol is really going to be much easier for me to give up than it would be for me to lose her. So any questions you have, put them down in the box. I know a lot of you, especially women, are going to say, no, he's never going to change, but I encourage you all to put your comments, whether they're negative or positive. I know that I have to change this or I'm going to lose that first happiness I've ever found in my life. My first two marriages, I'm not saying that I was an angel and I'm not saying they were angels. I made my mistakes, but neither one of us were happy. My fiance and I are happy. Alcohol is ruining it, and it's all me. So please, baby, when you watch this, please accept my most loving apologies. I am done with it. And that's all I have to say. I love you and your kids. You guys, if I could stand waist deep in shit and still be happy as long as I know I'm with you. So she knows how much of a good person I am, but she just can't handle the drinking anymore. And that's where I'm telling you I'm done with it. So please, anybody that has any questions, comments, please put them down in the box. I'll try to get back to as much of them as possible, and I'll do progress reports, updates. I'll let you know how everything worked out. I love you, sweetie. I love you guys. I love my kids. I love your kids. Let's make this work. From the bottom of my heart, I'm done. Good day.